All right, so we got some guanabana juice here, some toast. This hotel is like $40 a night, and you get like served breakfast for real. Like at the Hyatt, and for $180, you get like little crap. You just get like things that you shouldn't be eating, honestly, or just like mini Frosted Flakes. Like that's really what continental breakfast is. Frosted Flakes.
Hello.
Our man Enrique, thank
Double
you.
eggs.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you,
I
bro.
hope you enjoy it.
That looks so good. Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
You're the best. Thank you so much. But our man Enrique has been taking care of us.
The best receptionist ever.
You actually are. This is our guy, dude. So Enrique's the man, but we're laughing because he's been wearing like the exact same thing. His hair looks exactly the same, the exact same mask. And he was telling me later how he's like never left the area. But the way he said it, it sounded like he was saying he's never left the building. So we're starting to think that he's just a ghost. Like he is living there and haunting it, though nicely. He's like a nice ghost. But like we'll see if he changes it up. We have like 12 more hours here, pretty much. And it's pretty fucking funny. One thing that we're searching for, I don't know if we're gonna be able to find it, but we were talking about this a little in the last episode, but the fucking guinea pig wasn't enough for me, dude. I need to take the next step. Apparently what they do, you get this sheep head, eyes in everything, like smiling at you from the side. You eat the face or whatever, and then when you're done with the face, a guy comes over with an axe and fucking chops its skull open, and then you eat the brain with a little salt. Perfect, somehow perfect. Right now we're trying to find the sheep skull in soup, so we'll see. Looks like it's this way. And our driver actually said it was good. The brain was too much for him, but it's not too much for me. Caldo de calavera?
Ya preparado.
Like the whole thing, see? Okay. Ooh, that looks good. That's
La cabecita de borrego.
see. I don't know what borrego is, but we should probably Google what that means right now. Finally living my dream, baby. It's okay? Yeah, it's okay. Muchas gracias. I don't even know how to eat this thing. The process was true to form. It was exactly. Pretty good. They give you a soup, you eat the face of the sheep.
Hay que hacerle
Oh, okay. But after this, right? Oh, okay. Put it in here.
Les gusta la oveja
See?
para sacar los sesos.
El cerebro. Cheers. And then when you're ready, she takes a giant butcher's knife and just goes. He loves it. Oh, dude. Boom. Cracks the skull open. Gracias. Pull out the brain, eat the brain. Awesome. This guy was loving it, laughing about the operation, but you did just see the brains get scooped out, and I'm gonna have a bite. Cheers. That was a big bite. It's a deep cut. Careful what you wish for. And then they were like afraid I wasn't gonna like it, so I had to eat the whole thing. I feel a little nauseous now, but.
Con la cabeza.
See. Okay, I hold it too. Zach said something hilarious. He's like, dude, this trip has just turned into us finding the cutest animals we can find and eating their brains. We need something to wash down the sheep head. ¿Cómo se dice?
Huh?
Moras?
Mora.
Moras. Get some of those. Dude, it's dope when you go to a place and the deep cut thing, everyone else thinks that you're a fucking champ for taking it down. Our boy Charlie next to us thought it was hilarious. ¿Tienes tomate del árbol? Okay. This is wild. I was not expecting this. It's like in an alien movie when they're like, what's that? And they start peeling it open, and then like all of these become aliens that no one can kill. And everybody dies. Another thing I find interesting here is like they have a ton of Sacagawea coins in circulation. Remember these guys? Like I can't remember the last time I got one of these in America. Like sometimes in New York City at the subway station, you'll get change in these, but here you exclusively get change in these. I haven't once received a $1 bill back in change. I'll just get like 5 of these, or even more than 5. Like they just love the fucking Sacagawea, man. So it's good to see it's in circulation. Today's gonna be a cool day. It's gonna be like a full urban exploration day. $5.51 for an Uber, which is expensive actually. But here we go. Also in Ubers here, they let you choose whether or not you want it to be air conditioned and whether or not you want them to talk, which is, what if you say, yes, I want you to talk? Who chooses that? You know?
Especially since you don't know any Spanish. He just talks to you.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, it's how like you learn Spanish. That's kind of interesting. But literally like what happens if they say yes? You have to be like, do small talk. Like, so where are you from? Like, you have any children? I don't know, whatever. Personally, I don't care about statues at all unless they're way bigger than a normal statue. If someone's like, oh, here's the statue of this guy, I'm like, dude, nobody cares about that. But make it 3 times bigger and you fully have my attention. I don't know what that says about me if I'm like basic or something. I'm like, oh, it's big. Look how big that is. But it makes a difference, so whatever. It's funny, this is like classic one of those things where like, you know how Niagara Falls, like all there is Niagara Falls, so they have to like put other shit there. They're just like, there isn't that much stuff here, but there's just all these sort of like opportunity to sell a bunch of tourist shit. But Niagara Falls, it's like way worse though. It's like Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum, and have you ever been there? Yeah, it's like, it's because, you know, people like my parents, we go up there for a week or however long we went. It's like too long, dude. You go to Niagara Falls, you literally should go for the day.
No te pido perdón, aunque a veces te llore y te jure 1000 veces que nunca más. No te pido te calles para que me la guardes. Seamos sinceros y Dios dirá, ya no te pido fe. Es imposible mirar al pasado y dejar de pasar. No te pido que olvides.
Dude, what is it with pigeons and squares, dude?
Esta noche yo hice mal. Una noche de capas, una noche loca. Besé tus besos, olvidé tu boca. Manché tu imagen, me perdí yo sola. Y esta es la historia. Una noche de copas, una noche loca. Besé tus besos.
Here at the Basilica, you come for the view and you stay for the Wii tennis. But it seems like Quito was like having a moment before the pandemic. Like it was becoming more and more of a place to come. Like Ecuador had changed a bunch, and still is the case. But now with the pandemic, it's like a little sketchy again. You hear that? Like there's definitely a guy following me around yesterday, and then another guy like pointed at my shoes and then just like wouldn't stop staring at me, and I was kind of like, let me just give you my shoes, dude. Like, I'm just gonna go home. How do you feel about talking about what just happened? Me talking about it? We don't have to. You cool for it? So, you know, we have had a bit of a buzzkill happen, to say the least, and it was pretty fucking surreal. Long story short, Zach got his fucking phone snatched. And it's crazy because this morning I was talking about how my pants have zippers in them, so they're like pickpocket, like a little harder to pickpocket. And then we walked through this kind of like tight space, and these people kind of bumped into Zach, which is like quintessential pickpocket shit. They're just these like little people, you know what I mean, like a little older maybe. And I literally said to him, I was like, dude, those people were perfect pickpocket height. Like, it was crazy. And then Zach literally stopped in his tracks and just goes, and it was like, dude, I feel so terrible for him. It's like a bummer. We're trying to recover and get back into the action, but it's gonna be tough. What better place to pray for Zach than the biggest church in Ecuador? Ugh. It just feels, you feel like dirty ttoo. You're like, oh God, we're just in like, that's the one thing I'll say about America. I'm not trying to do that whole thing right now, but like I feel like pickpocketing is a high risk everywhere except like I've never thought twice about being pickpocketed in New York. Have you?
No, not for a second.
Not for a second. It's never happened. It's never come close to happening, and it's crazy. I saw my dad almost get pickpocketed once. This guy who looked like him. Which, by the way, like I always expect pickpockets to look like Aladdin or something. You know what I mean? Like some little kid who's barefoot. But it was some older guy, overweight.
Same with this dude, honestly.
Yeah, glasses, and he saw my dad's wallet was just hanging there. It was like a target. He had a bunch of cash in it too. I see the guy do this. And then as his finger's about to grab the wallet, he just sees me. And then he just like does something. He just like goes and starts talking to somebody. And as I'm like, before I can like register what had happened, we were like 100, 200 feet away and it was over. And it was wild that guy had something in place for when he gets caught. That is crazy. And I guarantee you this little guy, it was just this little man in a jacket and his wife, and they like bumped into Zach, and I guarantee you that if we had been like, dude, what the fuck? He would have been like, oh, like, he probably wouldn't have even confessed.
I love that it's a cake with a lock. Like, can't kill yourself up here, bro.
It's important for you right now, dude.
Seriously.
Oh, baby. So what just happened was insane. The phone popped up on Zach's Find My iPhone. So development here, Zach's phone has popped up on the Find My iPhone thing, and it's right next to where our hotel is. So Enrique's coming with us. We're gonna try to find it. Keep you posted. Dun, 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 dun. The guy wasn't there. Enrique took us to the police station. The police officer just goes, we end up on the back of motorcycles with these cops. So these cops were just nice enough to help us. You can see behind. We go into the office and we file this whole police report. At first we thought we had travel insurance. Turns out we didn't. Through all this rush, now we have to go get tatted. We have the appointment in 3 minutes and I don't know what I'm gonna get. So, what should I get, dude? Should I get something like memorializing the day of what we've been through?
Certainly could.
It would be nice to get like a thematic thing. Like have we learned that we always need to wear things that have zippers on them when we're in big cities? That's a decent lesson.
Yeah.
That sort of works, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Zipper it is.
Pero también irónica es la muerte. Me desperté ya sentado sobre un
Yeah,
estrado
this
y
is
un
the one.
jurado de malvados
What's up,
decidiría
bro?
mi suerte. Recuerdo que
How
fui
you doing? How you
golpeado
doing?
y trasladado a un sitio en uno de los círculos con un montón de gente. Por vengativo y asesino, se quemará por siempre, por toda la eternidad como castigo. Vi muchos rostros conocidos y me sentí sorprendido porque no pensé que estuvieran conmigo. Personas que lucían buenas en el mundo, como el Che Guevara, incluso como Juan Pablo II. Presuntos Dalai Lama, calcinados Mao y los difuntos Teferi McConnell y Beethoven juntos. Me asombró mucho saber que estaban aquí. John F. Kennedy, Lenin, Roma y Joseph Smith. César y Napoleón salieron de las llamas porque eran la misma persona que ahora es un tal Obama. No entendía nada, pregunté por Cristo y noté que se burlaban porque nadie lo había visto. Otros dijeron que fue un truco de su iglesia para gobernar el mundo con su majestuosa empresa. Charles Russell y Washington, José de San Martín y Gandhi, Yasser Arafat, Cristóbal Colón. Isabel de Inglaterra transformada en perra desnuda. Supe incluso estaban Bolívar y Buda. Son demasiadas dudas, pensamientos vagos, gente buena del infierno o es que en algo fueron malos. Por algo están aquí, aunque no lo acepten. Debo hallar ahora una manera de huir de la muerte. Recordé que en la tierra donde había nacido existía una...